Oh yeah, another day, another dollar, another daily bill search. Thanks for joining me on my channel, Variety Airs. If you don't know me, I'm Kyle. You'll get to see my lovely hands in this video as we go through some pocket money of mine to see if we can find something on this lovely Saturday. So I'm in Wilmington. I don't know where all you guys are. Maybe you can comment where you are. We can kind of chat with each other and stuff like that. I travel a lot, so that'd be cool to meet some of you guys. But we're about to get hit by a hurricane, possibly, so that's exciting. So I might not be making videos for a few days. Post like Tuesday, we lose power pretty easily here and get flooded since I'm right next to the beach. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be phenomenal. But let's get right to it. So this is a Series 2013 $20 bill. It's post the redesign of the $20 denomination of U.S. banknotes. They changed over Secretary of the Treasury between 2009 and 13, which is kind of irrelevant, but they usually do a little design changes when they do that because they gotta, update the signatures and whatnot. This one looks pretty straightforward. It's in really good condition. I got it actually out of the ATM the other day, but nothing crazy as far as the serial number is concerned, as far as I see, and everything's printed appropriately. It's sitting correct within the margins and stuff. Let's look at the reverse of the bill. Also in great shape. This one's got a really good pressing though, so let's get closer to it. You can see basically the whole serial number pressed through the back of the bill. I don't know if that would be considered super collectible or above face value, but it's not very common, so I set them aside. And I guess if I ever got in the dire need of 20 bucks, then I could always just spend it. But I'm going to set that aside. It's pretty heavy pressing on through the serial number there. Same dealio here. I don't see anything. Be cool if there's a little bit different digits. We might have a broken ladder, but not close enough to it now with the repeats. It's a Series 2009 $10 bill. And cool thing about the 10s once they redesigned them is they added, I believe it's almost, I think 9 or 10 different anti-counterfeit measures into them. So that's really interesting. Also, the actual graphics on the bill are very cool as well. We have some ink issues down here on the bottom. Let's take a little bit closer look. So if you can tell just by the shade of ink that it is, that glossiness to it, that's not an ink that they utilize in making the bill. So most likely it's from a ballpoint pen or something that broke in a pocket or whatever. So somebody was having a bad day and it happened to get on their $10 bill. So not collectible. Ooh, okay. Got a nice little repeater going on here. So this would be a trinary note, but it's also just a repeater, I would suppose. So we got all fours in 1616. That's definitely awesome. It's one of the better ones I've found. So that's a block repeater in some sense, but a trinary note. So kind of a couple different varieties going on here, which is freaking sweet. I really like this one. So a little beat up, a little folded up. Actually, not folded, just crinkled. So probably just whatever, just press between different stuff. But no other stray marks, no crazy stamps like we found in that last bill search video. Everything's printed really nicely on this one, so I'm really happy about that. Looks great. I like it a lot. What a good find. So we'll set that one aside. Here's some good repetition on this $1 bill. This is a 2009, which is shown here as opposed to the left-hand side like the $10 bill is. This one's pretty beat up and nothing collectible that's jumping out at me. Almost another trinary note, but it has a zero in it. So not collectible there. And beat up on the back. Good repetition on this too, so we're at least getting close to some good bills. That $10 bill is definitely a keeper. But this is Series 2013 $1 bill. If we had a 3 here, that'd be stellar. It'd be very similar to a previous note. Let me actually... You know what? I want to look at something, because I have that note right here from like 3 bill searches ago that I kept. Look at that. So, super similar of a bill, really. Almost 9s, 0s, and 3s again. Which you're not even looking at it in the camera because I'm silly and can't hold it straight. But look at that. Very close serial numbers. So, but this one's actually collectible. If this is a 3 right here, that would have been real cool. I would have kept those together. It would have been like almost the same serial number to a sense as far as the digits are concerned. But, hey, not collectible, unfortunately. Let's look at this guy. Printed appropriately. This is shifted down a little bit, but not enough and not dramatic enough to be collectible in my opinion. So, a shift like that's got to be really dramatic. I mean, if like this seal was sitting way down here or something in this margin between the two the Secretary of Treasury in the one annotation, I think it would be more collectible. We'll get a little closer to it. My camera will focus. There we go. But nothing really collectible there. So we'll set that aside as well. Or set it out of the way. 1, 2, 3. So kind of a broken ladder here, but not. It'd be a lot cooler if it was like 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, you know, it would be cooler. But it is, just to give an example of a broken ladder, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if it went the further, the rest of the digits in that ladder, that would have been more stellar. So this isn't a collectible variety, I just want to use it as an example. Everything else, like this, is shifted up. All this is printed high, actually. So let me see if I have another $5 bill. I do. So let's check that out. See how this serial, both the serial number and the seal on this one are sitting kind of higher, but not by much. So I mean, it's a shift, but not collectible, you know, in the sense that it's like way off. So neither one of those are collectible. Just get them both out of the way. This $1 bill, kind of a similar scenario, 3, 4, 5, 6, but not a ladder. It's also not a trinary, not a radar, you know, so nothing collectible there. It's pretty beat up too, and then looks like blood or something is on it, so we'll just kind of move on from that. Series 2013 $1 bill. Nothing really crazy jumping out at me. It seems all appropriately printed. It's actually taped together in the middle now that I look at it. So, good stuff. Good tape job. Somebody ripped that in half at some point. You know, interesting fact is, back when they did either red seal or blue seal notes, they used to split them in half, and they'd write a little love message or a message to a friend or congratulations for graduating high school or whatever. And they'd give them the one half to one person, and one half would be kept by the other person. It's kind of like, you know, like a broken heart locket where you put it together or whatever. I think that's really sweet. I wish people still did that type of stuff, especially during wartime and stuff like that. It was kind of like a kiss me note, and you would give a red sealed note to a loved one or someone important to you, so that's cool. This $1 bill, I don't see anything collectible on it as I jabber away about love notes and all that good stuff. So we'll end on just the one. I mean, well, I set aside this 20. So that's cool and all, but you know, that's more so for the reverse of the bill, which is here. You can see it, both this serial number and mainly this guy up here on the top right are really pressed hard on the bill. Let's look at that a little closer. You can see the whole serial number through the back of the bill, which is interesting to me, but probably not above face value. Could probably get a couple bucks more out of this one to the right person. If it was an older bill, or if I hold on to it for a while, which I'm going to put it in my collection, this is a good example of a repeater. All 4s in the beginning, and then 16, 16, so it's definitely cool. I like this bill a lot. There's not any real errors on it. It's a variety fancy serial number collectible note, but a couple bucks above face value, in my opinion, for being a good repeater. Let's set that bad boy down. You can take in its visage as you think about the lovely, lovely hobby of collecting money, and think about meeting me in the next video for bill searching. Thanks for checking it out. Subscribe and like and share to your friends if you're into the hobby of collecting money or collecting and selling it. And I will see you in the next video. See you later.